Hi, Girl Scout families. It's Miss Rachel here, ready to kick off with you our Troops Fit Family Challenge, and hopefully you've been thinking about it and kind of ready to start today. I real quick just want to recap our kickoff meeting that we had a couple weeks ago for those of you who weren't available to be there. And hopefully your daughter came home with this flyer that has some pictures of me when I was a kid, and then also sort of my transformation most recently. And then all kinds of some of my really favorite quotes, statistics, just some really thoughtful things I think you should take a look at and put some thought into. The most important thing as we move forward is that you need to know your why. What is it that's motivating you as a parent, you as a family as a whole, you as a Girl Scout, in making some changes in your life for the positive, to be more fit, to be more healthy. When I think about my why, for sure that one of the first things I think of is self-confidence. I shared with you that when I was a child, I was overweight the whole time growing up. And that's really hard as a kid, especially going through adolescence, junior high and high school. It's not easy to be overweight. And so that was something I really struggled with. And so as an adult, I just really needed to have that self-confidence. And being fit, being lean, feeling strong, healthy, all of that has made such a huge difference for me. And that's a big reason why our family lives the way that we live right now. For me, that's my why. My husband has his own. Another thing is that I'm going to be turning 40 before too long. I have one more year. And as I look ahead to getting older, I want to be active as I age. It's not like I think like, okay, like by the time I'm 60, yeah, maybe I'll have some heart disease, maybe some diabetes will have kicked in. Like, who wants that? Nobody. That's not part of our dreams, our goals, our wishes. I want to be fit as I age. I want to be able to keep up with my kids. I want to be an active grandparent. And I think all of you, you want the same things. So to have those things in our future, we have to work for them. They don't just come naturally. Another reason that I choose to live the way that I do is because I want the best for my children, right? We all do. And part of wanting the best for my children is that means I've got to put the very best food and fuel into them, the best nutrition that I can. There was a great quote by Dr. Sears, and I love it. I'm going to share it with you now. It says, if you put in junk food, you're going to get back junk mood, junk behavior, and junk learning. And I can't tell you how true that is. What we put in, it shows, it comes out in our behavior. And maybe if we've been putting in so much junk and so much processed food, we don't really realize that what we're getting isn't our kids' best. And I can tell you from being a teacher for over 10 years, it makes a difference with what kids eat as far as how they're going to behave. If a kid has one of those 6-pack things of Oreos when they're in the cafeteria for lunch, when they come back in the classroom after lunch, yeah, I see a difference. It makes a difference what kids are eating. And it's made a huge difference with our own 2 kids as far as the changes that we've made over the last 2 years in their behavior. It's like, wow, that is amazing that food can do that. So I really hope that you'll give it a try and make some changes like we have, and you will see those positive changes. So remember that. If you put in junk food, you're going to get back a junky mood, junk behavior, and junk learning. I love that one. Another part of my vision here is having the girls of our troop be leaders among their peers. So here, I've made these changes with my own family, and then I think, well, gosh, I've got this troop of girls, and the whole purpose of them is to be leaders in their community. And what a better way when we've got a crisis with health and obesity in our country, what a perfect opportunity for these girls to improve themselves and go out and share that among their peers. Be a leader among their friends as far as what their friends are choosing to eat and what they're choosing to do with their free time as far as being fit and active. So I hope that you'll embrace this with me, embrace this challenge that I proposed, and help me in creating them being leaders among their peers. So here we go. Let's get into your first week's tasks. And mind you, I should have said earlier, watching this is for girls and adults. It's for both of you. So adults, if you're watching this, like from work, or maybe the kids have already gone to bed, don't delete it. Make sure you save this email so that you can watch it with your girls. And if the girls are awake and in the house right now while you're watching it, can you pause me? Go get them, and everybody sit down and watch it together. Okay, so this week, for your first week, here's your task. Adults, I want you to do some menu planning. So a lot of you know that I've got this chalkboard here in my kitchen, and we plan out what we're going to have every night for dinner. There's some big reasons for that. One, it really helps with budgeting. We don't just go to the store and buy a bunch of random stuff or make impulse purchases, so it fits our financial goals as well. But also, it takes away that, oh my gosh, what are we going to have for dinner, and running out and going through a drive-thru, or just going up and picking something from the deli at Rayleigh's or Save Mart or whatever, or picking up a pizza from Winco. We used to live like that, right? It was like soccer nights. It was like, hey, Taco Tuesday at Taco Bell. We'd go through the drive-thru. Okay, we don't do that anymore. We have our meals planned out. I look at the calendar like, okay, what's on the schedule for the week? Is my husband working late any certain nights where he's not going to be home? Do we have a sports practice? What's going on? Do I have a PTA meeting? And I make sure that I plan dinners for those crazy nights so that it's something simple, easy. Or maybe I even make that dinner on Sunday so that all I have to do is reheat it on that crazy Tuesday night. So adults, that's what you need to do. Do some menu planning and plan what you're going to have every single night so that you know and you've got it under control. That's a huge piece right there. There's that saying, I'm sure you've heard it, failing to plan is planning to fail. We don't want you failing at all. Okay, now for the girls, your task this week is to make some healthy, mindful choices when you're choosing your breakfast and your snacks. So when you come into the kitchen, I kind of really don't want you going for the cupboards, for the pantry, to pick something that comes out of a box. Instead, I want you to think more of picking something out of the refrigerator that's fresh, that's healthy, that's real food. That's sort of part of this, is just moving away from processed foods towards whole, real foods. Maybe you've heard that if it comes from a plant, then you should eat it. If it's made in a plant, you probably shouldn't eat it. So girls, that's your job. When you're coming into the kitchen in the morning for breakfast, try and make something that's healthy, real food, not prepackaged, something that you're just heating up. And also, instead of a package, a bar or something like that for a snack after school, how about an apple? How about some carrots dipped in hummus? Maybe a rice cake with some fresh fruit spread on top, or maybe some all-natural peanut butter on top. So that's your job for this week, girls. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to leave you with is what you need to do for me next. What you need to do is leave a comment down below, and you can share whatever you'd like to share. Maybe you're just going to say that you got the message, and those are things that you're going to work on this week. Maybe you're going to tell me and tell the group something that you're really struggling with, like, oh my gosh, this is really hard for us. Do you have any suggestions? Or maybe you've already got this all planned out and you're going to say, yep, I'm on top of it. Here, we've got our menu planned for the week. My girl is, already planned and thought out some great healthy snacks to have. Okay, so that's your job. Leave a comment below so we know that you've watched the video and that you're all on board with us. All right? Until next time, everybody, have a great day.